Jesse, first of all, congratulations on a big win.
Appreciate that. Appreciate it.
I know you tried to deflect a little bit of the praise last night about the play you made, but can you talk about just the play itself in terms of, coverage, what you saw and your reaction?
Yeah, I think that they had like I said, a really good play schemed up, where Huntley wasn't carrying the ball a lot. He wasn't doing a lot of the zone reads that we've normally seen out of Lamar. And like I said, they had a good play schemed up, got us out on the edge. I think they had a block out on Eli on the corner, and then the tight end, I thought he held me, but I got off the block and took a good angle and just doing my job. That's what safeties do, making sure nobody gets behind us as a defense, doing my 111. Like you said, I downplay it just because it's what we do. That's what we do as a defense. Running the ball, play hard, control all the things that don't take talent, and that's has gotten us, a lot of success, not just on the defensive side, but in the whole locker room.
Thank you.
Jessie, what makes the red zone defense that you guys play so effective?
Yeah, I think it kind of starts with Coach Betch, our linebacker coach. He has a very detailed red zone presentation that we have on Thursdays, Fridays. And we always joke around, it's long as hell. The tape is long, but it's just super detailed. And it's just something that every time we get down there as a defense, you got a choice to make. Either you're going to complain about it and give up 7 points, or you're going to force a field goal or even get a turnover. And I think that's something that our defense has done really well. But yeah, getting back to the question, we're just really detailed, I think, within that red zone area. I think when we get down there, we talk about the situations, we talk about the routes that they like to run, and all that stuff. So yeah, like I said, it's just a really smart team, well-connected team that we're asking the right questions in the red zone, making sure we're all seeing stuff through the same lens.
How important is it also to be doing your own job and not trying to be doing too much? I mean, that's true anywhere on the field, but especially down there.
Yeah. They can't run past you down there, but things do speed up. I always say, me and Vaughn on, Saturdays, we have our certain, parts of the game that we break down to we have a presentation in the defense room. And I think Vaughn does a really good job of doing the high red, and then I have the low red. So, like I said, that's why we're so good at it, because we have conversations where I'm up there. Everybody goes and, we pick a couple plays and we go through film and we talk about what we see and just how everything plays out. So like I said, things speed up. I always tell people, slow your feet down, speed up your mind, because things aren't just going to run past you. You got to speed up your mind and process where we are on the field and what exact call that we're in. So like I said, it's just a smart team. We're going to continue to get better down there. But yeah.
Jesse, go ahead.
No, sorry. Go ahead, Mohammed.
I think, Jesse, leading up to, the Ravens getting to the red zone, how are they able to kind of get there? What did you see on some of those plays that you guys kind of gave up? And then what do you kind of take from that, correcting that, going into Buffalo this week?
Yeah. I thought they did it. Like I said, they had a couple plays schemed up. Anytime you play a team 3 times, they know what we're going to be in. We know what they're going to be about. A couple of those runs hit us. But we'll be back to normal football this week. We won't have to play triple option football against the Ravens this week. We'll have our hands full with, Josh Allen and all those guys, what they have, what they bring to the table. So we're excited to play normal football, not just the triple option thing was something that we're happy that got over it. And now it's time to focus on Buffalo.
Jesse, I think that the last set of plays at halftime there in the red zone, that was a big stand. I think you had to adjust Eli being out of there. Kind of walk us through that a little bit. I think Dax was playing in his spot. I think what did you guys have to adjust on the run there a little bit to hold them to a field goal?
Yeah, Dax has done a heck of a job just being ready, being that backup for any position, whether that's the nickel, corner, and just having the right leaders in there talking to Dax when Dax got in there. There was the same conversation that we were having with Eli with Dax. So yeah, there was we're like, hey, Eli's down. What's comes next? And Dax steps up and he's ready for it, ready for the moment. Just for us to be able to communicate, like I said, have those conversations on the field and also off the field. Dax pays attention in the meetings just like anybody else. And for him to be able to step in and give Eli some plays, that's always good for sure.
Jesse, I know. Oh, there we go. You had a little bit of tape from that Bills game. How much of that do you guys watch at all? I mean, how much of that is relevant given how short it was and in the length of that game and everything that happened?
Yeah. We didn't, I think we may have had 2 drives, I think, against them. So, we still, it's going to be a weird kind of game plan type of week because we're probably going to have the same exact kind of a similar game plan because we weren't able to show as much. But yeah, those first couple of drives, it's just always, you can't really say too much about it because it's the first 15 plays. You just don't know. They're kind of filling out how are we adjusting the things and all that stuff. So we'll be back to square one. They won't know what we're on. We won't know what they're doing. What they'll have schemed up for this week. But we'll go in and watch tape just like any other week and make sure we're prepared for them.
The presentations you said you do with Vaughn, can you speak a little more how long you've been doing that, the prep you guys do to get ready for those and what it means to have that stage?
Yeah, it's just something that we do in our defensive back room every Saturday in the meetings. Everybody in the room has to go up and present on 11 personnel, 12 personnel. Some of the veterans got more of the more detailed third down, 3rd and 4 and 6, third down, 3rd and long, red zone. So yeah, we pick out a couple plays, we talk about it. Everybody goes up there and presents what they want to present. And I think it just kind of gets people out of their comfort zone and helps some of those younger guys have conversations, lead conversations. So it's a good thing, not just for our team, but for individuals to kind of get out their comfort zone, out their box.
I think you said you have the high red zone and Vaughn has the low red zone. Is that right?
Yeah, I
so
have
like that shows, you two are the vets and you got some of the most important stuff. It's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, a little bit. Like I said, it's just very detailed down there. And being able to have me and Vaughn in that same in that category with the red zone, we're always kind of making sure everybody's seeing things through the same lens, just like first and second down.
What's the difference between the Saturday meeting and the Tuesday meeting? The Saturday meeting is just all red zone.
Yeah, so our Tuesday meetings are more of just the introduction. We'll watch film, get the introduction of what this team likes to do. We'll watch a cut up together that our coaches put together, and then Saturday's kind of more of just a defense, DB type of meeting where we go over the red zone.
But it's both player driven, player only, player. We're doing this.
The Tuesday is more player driven than Saturday. Our coach Rob is in there, and then Coach Burks is in there as well. They kind of they have their little last say so as well, and then they let us play.
While we're speaking about meetings, the All About the Ball meeting, how important has that been? And it comes up with Sam yesterday. What do you like about that meeting?
Yeah, Justin, he does a really good job. Justice Hill, he does a really good job of he makes it fun. He puts on throwback tapes from years ago. We probably seen Coach Duff on there with the strip or something, but yeah, he does a really good job. We make that a point of emphasis in our locker room on both sides. We'll show Joe Mixon, whether it's Joe Mixon or Hayden Hurst, split in two and see him carry the ball with 2 hands, and then show the bad examples around the league and see what we're doing well on defense. So yeah, that's super key. Just says a lot about how detailed our coaches is, how experienced they are, keeping us sharp.
Jesse, in the locker room after the game, on social media, so Zach giving the ball to Lou Anarumo, and was very animated in what he did with the ball. Just talk about Lou and his intensity.
Yeah, you guys got to see that on that camera. I get this every day, so I'm just happy to see, you know, Lou, for him to express. You know, he don't usually do that. He's usually a very calm and just coaching people to death. But to see him have some fun, kind of spike the ball, kind of says a lot. It says a lot about how we are as a team. You know, not just players have confidence. You know, Coach Lewis has a lot of confidence in his calls, and you know, his players going out there to execute it. So there's definitely a close bond between, you know, Lou and the players as well.
Thank you.
Jessie, on that final drive there, are you under the operating assumption that was the final drive of the game? I mean, were you anticipating like a 2-point conversion from the Ravens if they had scored a touchdown there in the final minutes?
Yeah, you know, multiple thoughts throughout the game go through your head. All you can worry about is the play that you're playing at that moment, and then you forget about that one, and then you move on to the next one. So, shoot, I wasn't thinking about them scoring until they crossed that line, and they didn't do that. So, we were good.
How good was Logan yesterday, and how good's he been all season?
Yeah, Logan's an animal. He runs sideline to sideline. He makes plays, you know, on the ball. You know, I give him a lot of credit by just getting the calls out. It was damn loud in the stadium, and just Logan having the mic, being the leader of our defense, the huddle, keeping everybody calm. Just says a lot about Logan. Logan's just a dude that comes in every day with his little lunch, little whatever he has, his little lunch from his wife, and he goes to work every single day. Just who he is. I'm happy to see him continue to have success. Yeah, says a lot about him.
Jessie, on the fashion side, a little swag on the varsity jacket yesterday. What was that? Was that Wake Forest or?
No, that was a little designer, like a little off-white jacket. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with Von Bell and all those guys.
Thank you.
Who's got the best fashion on the defense?
We got some nice dressing guys across the whole locker room. I think BJ does a really good job of dressing up with his suits. You got Jermaine Pratt that comes in with some crazy stuff here and there. You got Von Bell. He's always super clean, super classy. And I can't leave myself out. I gotta keep myself in there, twist it in a little bit, give it a little bit of, you know, streetwear, and then I can put on the suit as well. So I'll give all of us. We all can dress pretty damn good.
Anything else for Jessie? All right, Jessie, thanks so much for taking the time today.
Thanks, Jessie.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Jessie.
Jessie.
Thanks, Jessie.